This teacher Tumblr sold just short of 3,000 sales, and there's multiple products just like this that's doing extremely well. And if you're thinking about getting into a different product category like Tumblers, you might think these designs are really hard to make, but truly they are really simple if you use the right process and the right strategy. So in today's video, I want to share with you top products that are selling well, but also how to take some designs and recreate this yourself. I want to share with you all of this coming up next. So welcome back to the video, my friends. New here, my name is Jay, and on this channel I teach you how to make income online by creating and selling your own products. So if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. All right, so the main tool that we're going to use today to help us with our product research is EverBee. And the reason why I use EverBee is because they have a great tool you can use right in Etsy itself, where they share with you all the data in regards to how many sales their product received in a lifetime of listing, seeing their favorite count, and looking at their keywords to see what they're utilizing to actually get that traffic. All of this data in one time allows me to do this massive keyword research, so I know that I'm creating things based upon what buyers want. So if you want to check out EverBee on your own, I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below for you to get started absolutely for free and to see if this is best for your print-on-demand business. All right, so here we are in Etsy, and the specific category that we're definitely going to focus on for this video is teacher tumblers, and we definitely want to see what has been selling well, that we can definitely incorporate that into our design process. So anytime you are trying to create a product, make sure you are doing product research before you design anything, and not just product research by looking at one product, but I like to look at multiple products to see what is doing well, so I know how to design my own product to bring in a new value point. First place I like to look up is just something broad here. So we're going to look up teacher Tumblr here. As you can see here, there are a lot of already bestsellers, popular nows that are doing extremely well here just on the first page on Etsy alone. We definitely want to go in a little bit further and see what type of Tumblr design is doing well and which ones we should focus on in our design creation. So before we do any design creation, right, before we create any product, we want to do this product research just to see where people are spending their time, where people are spending their money. Now we can definitely go in here and look over the entire product list just by going through the options here in the search area, but this really lacks the data we need to determine how well this product has done over this product here. So that's why I like utilizing the EverBee extension tool, as that's going to give us some immediate data in regards to what things we need to target, especially when we head over here in this product analytics tool. This here will show us not only what products have done well, but looking at the overall listings on the first page, we can see what these products have done over the lifetime of the listing as well as in the last 30 days. All right, so as we're here in the EverBee extension tool here, we can see the photo, the product name, and the monthly sales and the total sales. Now, when I'm looking at a large category like this here, if I want to see what has done just extremely well over the lifetime of the listing, I like to filter with the total sales here. And the reason for that is that I want to see with this particular category what has done well over the majority of sales for this particular area. I know we're going into back to school, and I want to see what has been doing well so that I can merge over those design trends into my own unique area. And when I scroll down here, I'm also looking at the age of the listing as well, because if I can find something that has been around for the last year, I know that is a golden nugget product. I can see this product here has been around for the last 8 months, and in that time of being on Etsy, it has sold over 2,000 times. I can see the monthly sales here that is still being consistent in regards to sales because it received almost 400 sales in the last 30 days. So this lets me know not only has this done well just over the course of the lifetime of the listing, what it's even doing well right now. Something about this listing, either be the keyword, the design, the mock-up itself, is something about this product that people enjoy, and I need to learn from that and incorporate that into my own listing. So with that being said, I like to open up several of these products here and truly be a student of this niche so I can learn more about what people are intrigued to purchase and how I can incorporate that into my own listing. Even if I see certain things that I think are working well, I can always favorite these listings and go back to them and even merge these designs over to a different product category. For instance, like glass tumblers or sweatshirts. So there's a lot to be learned from these designs that are selling well. All right, so we opened up 3 products here that we're definitely going to learn from. These products are bestsellers, just letting us know this has received a high sales volume in the past 6 months. They already have things added to the cart. Now, our overall goal here is not to copy the exact listing here. We wanted to actually learn from them and redesign our own unique tumbler to sell in the space. And I think there's a lot to be done here, because I can see even with this tumbler here, there's no design really done over here, just a blanket space, just have their name on the tumbler. I think we can do a lot better in that regards. We can see additional data in regards to this product here, and we see obviously the listing age that we saw before, total amounts of sales, the estimate revenue for the month, as well as for the sales for the month of the last 30 days. And we see again, this is receiving tons of views. That means there's something about this product and the keywords and the listing and the niche and the design itself that's doing extremely well. And we can scroll down here a little bit further and actually learn from this listing what keywords they're utilizing. And this can just not drive what we do for our tags, but truly what we can incorporate with our title as well. And so we know this product is doing well. We're definitely going to learn from this. And just as a side note, I can tell you right now, most likely this is already a pre-made design, typically for a t-shirt, that they probably just added on here and then added personalization to the product. That is one method of utilizing those pre-made designs. However, it's always encouraged for you to add some type of variable to make that product your own. And so we definitely want to incorporate pre-made designs, but also add some things in to make our product stand out even more. But again, sometimes simple works, and this is proof of that. All right, so here's our second product here that's doing extremely well. As you can see, it's still within this area of the teacher niche, best-selling product. 5 people viewed it in the last 24 hours. And don't be too bothered by this, because that's just going to increase the more we get closer to back to school. We see the personalization on one side and obviously some major text on the other. One of the things that we also learned in the teacher niche that we definitely want to incorporate popular phrases like this one here: teach, love, and inspire, which can be done in multiple ways, just not in this text format, but it can be merged over with different elements to make this product stand out even more. And I'll share with you how that can be done later in this video. But as we can see here, this product is doing well. Again, it doesn't take much for these products to sell. They are bringing in personalization, which is a major factor, especially when you're selling in the teacher niche. We can scroll down a little bit further and see this product has received reviews, so we know obviously the sales are much higher than that. And when I head over to the analyzing tool, I can learn more things from the listing here. I can see this has been around for 8 months, received almost 700 sales, and even in the last 30 days, it has received 77 sales. And I want to go down a little bit further, because this is actually getting views, right? Again, we're getting closer to that peak time of back to school, where people are going to be purchasing tons of products for the school year. There's not apparel, but even these type of products here that are focused on the teacher niche. When I scroll down a little bit further here are the keywords they're utilizing. And as always, if they utilize this in their tag, I can utilize this in my title as well. So those are definitely some keywords I want to focus on that's going to really drive in the proper traffic to my product. And we see the same thing being done here, and definitely bringing in one of those popular phrases as we talked about before. But again, there's a lot here that I think we can add to make our product stand out even more. All right, so now that we see what is working well, it is our plan now to go and recreate these designs utilizing these best practices here with obviously personalization, definitely bringing in popular phrases as we see here into our own product. But we'll see if we can create something that obviously fills in a little bit more space here and bringing in more of a design that fits into this teacher niche. All right, so as we prepare to design our teacher Tumblr, we're going to go ahead and use Canva to be our main area for design. And we want to head over to the right-hand side here where it says customize size, because we want to set in a custom size. And the size that we're going to put in for our skinny Tumblr wrap is 9.3 by 8.2 inches. And this is going to give us the perfect canvas size for us to create our 20-ounce skinny tumbler. All right, so here we are with our grid lines that we added. And I added these here because we're going to put some text on the left and right hand side. And when I show this design on a mock-up, I definitely want to have all of the design be visible on the mock-up properly. I don't want anything to be cut off here. And so these grid lines will make sure that everything is properly visible so that the customer can see exactly what is on the design itself. And the way you turn on these grid lines here is simply go into File, head over to Settings, and then it says Show Rulers and Guide. And so I have that turned on, but as you can see, we have it turned off here. And so again, go to File, Settings, head over to Show Rulers and Guides, and hit R. And then from there, you can head over to this ruler here and set your dimensions the way you want. I'll make sure I add all of the numbers to the grid lines here in the description box below. So here we are in Creative Fabrica. And I definitely want to come here to find a couple of elements in pre-made text designs I want to use on my Tumblr wrap. This is going to speed up our entire process. All right, so here are the designs that we're going to add to our overall product. We're going to add in these wildflowers that we know to do well on Etsy to our design. And with that, we're going to add in some of these glitter designs here that I have seen work well on multiple Tumblr designs. And I think we can add in a little bit more of a design when we are trying to bring this out for a teacher niche. So that being said, I can head over to download here, download these into my computer, and then I can upload these into Canva and start recreating my designs utilizing these type of attributes. All right, so what we did here is that we dragged and dropped in one of the pre-made designs that we have, just these flowers that we can add to our design here. So I like to add this to the bottom of my design, almost like a lower border to our design when we are creating. And so we're going to follow that floral theme that we know to do well with teacher products, and definitely bring in some popular phrases as well. So this is the first stage of me setting up my design, putting in that bottom border. Now, one of the things we definitely want to do is add in a popular phrase to our design. And so we plugged in a popular phrase that's found on teacher products, and it is that phrase, helping little minds grow. And I like utilizing this space here to find those pre-made text designs we can use to help us speed up our process. And sometimes these pre-made text designs also come with different elements itself. And so when I scroll down here, I'm looking for one that I can utilize on my Tumblr design. And again, we're just not utilizing this design alone. We're going to add a ton of things to this to make this product stand out even more. And so this is the product that we definitely want to focus on here. As you can see, it's bringing in that popular phrase, helping little minds grow, and it's bringing in those flowers that we know to do well also. All right, so here's that phrase we added here. As you can see, it says helping little minds grow, which is exactly what we want to do. But instead of us having our design over the top like this, I really want to incorporate these three boxes here just to add in different type of designs or even text to the product here. So with that being said, I want to grab the flowers here and put them in the middle, but I want to grab the text to put it on the right hand side. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to rotate my image here, and I'm going to bring my design down. And as you can see, this is why those lines are so important, so we can have everything measured up properly. And instead of us just having this phrase connected to the flowers, I want that phrase to be more so on the right hand side. Now, in order for that to happen, I'm going to crop the image, and now you can see how we can have this entire design right here in the middle that I think would do perfect for what we're aiming for. I like to utilize pre-made designs to save time when I'm adding additional things to them. And so I'm going to duplicate my image. So I hit this duplicate button, and now I have the flowers here as well. But instead of us having the flowers here, I want to add in the words. So I'll double click here and bring up the words right here for us to see. All I have to do here is simply grab this crop feature and hide the flowers, and now I have my phrase already set to go, already in place for our design. And that's one easy way to speed up your process when you're trying to redesign pre-made products for your Etsy listing. So now I added in that personalization that we know to do extremely well on Etsy itself. And this is just some basic cursive design, that font style that we know to do extremely well, that bold and cursive type font. So I added in just a placeholder name where it says Miss Adams here, but I want this to be on the left hand side of our design here. So I'll go ahead and rotate the entire design, same thing we learned before, on a 90-degree angle, and I'll go ahead and place that right here in place of our design. Now, with that being said, one additional thing I want to do for my design is for these texts here, I want to add in a white border here or a white outline, because again, we're going to add in some more things to the bottom. So in order for me to do that, I will head over to Effects, Outline, and you can see the outline color here. Again, I can pick all type of colors, whatever one I want, but for this specific design, I want to select white, because with the additional things that we're going to add here, I don't want our text to be difficult to see when we start adding in some more attributes to our design. So I like to set this to be 130 as a good place to start, and I want to do the same thing to this text design over here. Now remember, this here is truly an image, unlike this one here is a text. In order for me to add the outline to this image here, because that's really what it is, I want to head over to the image, go to edit image here. I want to go down to the bottom where it says shadows, and I want to hit outline here, and notice how the outline is black, but I want to scroll down and change that color to white, and then I can add in the size of that outline here. And again, for this one here, I like to be around 20 to make this product stand out. All right, so as you can see, this is coming out pretty well already. But one of the things I definitely want to add in here is some more colors in the background, just to be an additional piece to our watercolor flowers back here. So I want to search up watercolor in Canva. So I head over here, just simply put watercolor. And you can see all of the different type of watercolors they have here. And I like to go with this one here, just as a small little area to really bring out this design. So right now it's hovering on the top of our design, but I wanted to go to the back. And if I want to do that, all I have to do here is click on the image, go to position. I want to head over to layers, and you can already see the order of the watercolor in our design, and I want that to go all the way to the back here behind our floor image. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and grab that watercolor image, move it all the way to the back of our design, and as you can see here, it's in the back of our watercolor flower, just to add in a little bit of that design. I think would do well. And again, I have the option to do that on the other side as well. So if I want to duplicate my image, I can head over to this side as well and do the same thing and move that to the back as well. And I have that done here. And let's just say if I do want to change this side of that watercolor to a different color, I can head over to position, select that side of my design, this watercolor here. I can head over to image, and I can move over to this option detone and change that color here. So let's say if I do want to go for a type of purple here, I can change that as well. So that's a great option for you if you're trying to incorporate a different color palette. And I think that is going to work out extremely well for us. Now with our design here, I want to focus on more so bees instead of butterflies, because we know bees with teacher, right, the clip art bees are doing extremely well. So I want to remove these just basic, butterfly shadows here and fill them up with a different type of inset. Like I said, we're going to focus on bees. So with that being said, here I want to double click on this image. I want to go to Canva's magic erase tool. I want to go and make my brush larger, and I simply want to tap over the butterflies here, and simply what I'm doing is just removing these from the pre-made design so that I can have room to put something else in here. And this is my process I like to do with editing the pre-made design and adding things to them to truly make them my own. And so as we can see, those little elements are gone, and I want to go back to my canvas here, and we can see that those butterflies that were once there are now gone. And now I just simply want to add in from Canva one of their bee designs, and I have one already made here to add in some additional elements here to make our product stand out even more, and that is exactly what I want to do. All right, so everything is in place. I think we have a pretty good image here, and I just simply wanted to add in one small feature to the bottom just to make this phrase pop out even more. So I want to add like a little bee flying, and then add in maybe a cute, design of more so a cartoon bee, just to fit the overall teacher niche and the teacher style. So let's go ahead and add that here on this right hand side. All right, here's the bee we added to our design. And again, this is why having those dimensions here broken up into 3 slots are so important, because if I have this bee a little too far up, then it's going to be cut off when I'm showcasing this in my mock-up. But because I have this outline already in place, I know that this is going to show up perfectly in a mock-up so that the customers know exactly what they're going to get. Now, one more thing we can add in here as well, if we want, we can add in one small feature, which is my glitter feature here. And so I can head over back into my Creative Fabrica area and download some glitter templates, and I already added some here for our design. And here is a set that I want to utilize here, and I can simply add this to the top of my product here. I'll rotate this and make this larger, and then I'll make sure I send this to the back. But before I do that, whatever I do to the top, I want to do to the bottom as well. So I hit duplicate here, move this all the way down to the bottom. I will rotate this as well here, and I want this to be in the back of my design. So I'll head over to position, same thing as we did before, move this all the way down to the back of my design just to make this pop out from behind the image. With this one at the top, I want this to be behind the image here. And as you can see, a very small feature, but when this is printed out, this will add just a unique feature to our design here that I think will do well when our customer print this out. Now, if everything's done here, I can go ahead to my area to share, download this PNG, and I don't want to remove the background in this case because it's going to be printed out as a full image Tumblr wrap. So with that being said, I want to keep the background, and I want to go ahead and download my image. All right, so now we are in our mockup phase, and one of the things we definitely want to do is drag and drop our design over into our mockup area. So here are our mockups that we're going to use here. Two of these are still images, and one of these is a video mockup. And so with that being said, I already have it set for me to drag and drop. So I have my design here, and I simply just want to drag and drop this over into my design here. And as you can see, we have this little gloss that we're going to showcase on our design here. So when I move this up, you can see how well this is going to look to showcase our design. And this is how our design look on our mockup. And that's why I said having those grids on our canvas is so important, so that when we do showcase this on our Tumblr design here, nothing's cut off, right? You see our text is not cut off, our B is not cut off. You know, everything is showcased properly on our design. And I think that looks amazing, that we can start selling on our Etsy shop. And the same thing we're going to do for this mockup as well. We're going to drag and drop our design in here. This one's a little bit different because these are individual Tumblr mockups. But with that being said, I just want to line this up the proper way. This is the left hand side and this is the right hand side, and as you can see here, everything is lining up extremely well. I have a gloss over this design that I want to shine as real glass, so that's what I'm moving up here. But as you can see, everything is coming well with our design, and I think this is great for us to sell as either be a Tumblr wrap product or a physical item that we sell, a full Tumblr product that we ship out to our customer. I think adding this design here truly makes this product stand out above the rest of the competition. And I truly think this product here is standing out extremely well for us to sell on our Etsy shop. If we are selling this as a personalized product, we can go back to our design, change out the name here to fit whatever name the teacher has, then upload and sell even more on our print on demand shop, or again, remove the name and sell this as a digital product. The customer then themselves can add the personalization once they get a order. So as you can see, utilizing pre-made designs and grabbing over some things to work well in Canva can really make a very basic design stand out even more, where we can start selling these on our Etsy shop and start gaining sales, either be with a physical product or we can sell these as a digital product. There's a lot here that we can do in regards to this niche. So as you can see, finding these top selling designs for Tumblers is really easy to do once you have that tool like EverBee to find the most trending products and really follow the wins of other people, but recreate them in your own unique way. Now, if you're not sure how to get started or even how to make sales to scale your Etsy shop, then I want to share with you my step-by-step guide that would take you through all the essential steps in order for you to maximize your sales opportunity. Then check out my link down below and subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about how to make income online with Etsy. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.